Hey folks, and welcome back to another video. In this one I've got a saucy subject to speak about, which is 3 reasons Facebook advertising agencies typically suck. Now you might be going, Gav, you run a Facebook ad agency, and that is correct. And because I run a Facebook ad agency, I have dealt with loads and loads of clients that come to me going, Gav, we tried working with an agency and it just did not work out. And I've seen and heard all the horror stories. So I wanted to lay just 3 of them here for you today to mull over. And if you're looking for a Facebook advertising agency, give you things to look out for and things to try and avoid. So let's get stuck into, don't know what this is, the video. The first thing that really bothers me about Facebook advertising agencies is oftentimes they literally have no idea what they're doing. It is so easy in today's day and age to just create a company and say, I am an expert in insert subject here. And because there's so many people online teaching people how to run Facebook ad agencies, there's hundreds probably of Facebook advertising agencies popping up every single week, every single month, every single year, I don't know. But there's so many courses out there on learn how you can make 10K per month running a Facebook ad agency, even if you don't know anything about marketing. And people are lapping these courses up and then they're selling services to clients at thousands of dollars or thousands of pounds per month without actually knowing how to run Facebook ads, which to me is just wrong. It's a scam. If you're telling people that you're an expert in this subject, but you literally have no idea how to run ads, it's not good. And I'm a member of so many Facebook advertising groups, and the amount of comments and posts that I see of people being like, hi there, I've just won a customer for £3,000 per month, and I don't know what I'm doing, who can help? I'm like, I feel so sorry for the client. They're spending £3,000 per month on someone that has just been able to say they're an expert, they believed them, but they're not gonna see that return on investment. So number one, a lot of people don't know what they're doing. So if you come across Facebook advertising agencies, ask for case studies, ask for testimonials, ask for referrals, make sure the person you're about to work with knows what they're talking about. The second thing that really annoys me about Facebook advertising agencies is a lot of the time they will steal customer data. Let me explain this a little bit more. When you run Facebook ads, it has to come from an advertising account. The money and the ads have to be served from one singular ad account. Normal practice and what people should do and what we do within the agency is say to the client, right, can you give us access to your ad account and we will run the ads from your ad account. That means you get all the data, you have your Facebook pixel set up and we will put that on your site, but everything runs through the client ad account. But what I'm seeing more of is ad agencies running ads from their own ad accounts, meaning the client never gets to see the ad account themselves. This is bad for a couple of reasons. Number one is the client can never just jump in to the ad account or the ads manager and see what's going on. We often have clients that like to go in and take a look at the ads, see how things are set up, just learn what's going on. Like oftentimes we'll get our clients to go through our training program first because it means we can have a good conversation. It means that we can talk about the campaigns and the ads on a higher level. Like clients can come to us with good ideas. So we always want to run from their ad account because it means they can go in and take a look. Now we have an agreement that they don't touch because we might be running certain tests, but they can go in and have a look. And the second reason it's bad is because what happens when the client leaves? Well, the agency owns all the data. So if a client says, you know what, I'm not getting the results, or you know, we've been working for a couple of years, but I want to go somewhere else, the agency steals all that data. And the reason the agencies are doing this, the reason the agencies are running client accounts from their own ad account is so the client doesn't want to leave. The client has to stay with them because all their data is with that agency. For example, if that agency installed the Facebook pixel onto the client website from their own ad account, if the client then leaves, they lose all of that pixel data. The agencies are doing this to try and stop clients from leaving. And it's just, it blows my mind. Clients will not leave you if you do a good job. And so when we work with clients, we run from their ad account, their pixel. If they want to leave, that's fine. We're obviously not doing a good enough job. Almost every single client that comes to me that has worked with agencies before the agency has run the ads from their account, and it's just not cool. Because when we come to then look into their ad account, there's no data, there's nothing, and we're starting from scratch. And if that client has spent thousands or pounds or thousands of dollars, they've got nothing to show for it. And the third thing that bothers me about Facebook advertising agencies is a lot of time they have the model of sell them cheap, stack high. So what they'll do is they'll just try and get as many clients on board for like $200 a month, not a lot of money, and they'll just try and acquire as many client accounts as possible. That's good for the agency because they'll just set up some ads and they'll just leave it, but it's bad for the client because the client won't get the support they need. The client won't have people going into their ad account all the time, making optimizations, making changes, making suggestions, because when they've got hundreds of clients perhaps, then they're not able to support each client. And for businesses that look at Facebook advertising and look and want to outsource Facebook ads, they're drawn towards the cheaper options, the $200 per month, for example. But what happens is they go to these agencies that are charging $200 per month, they don't get the results, and that $200 per month is a lot of money for a small business. And so my suggestion, if you want to outsource your Facebook ads, or you know you want to use Facebook ads, but you maybe don't have the budget to work with a larger agency, don't outsource to a cheap agency because it's just going to cost you money. They're not going to make you money. They're not going to give you the support. They're not going to be able to help you achieve your goals. And so if you don't have the budget to outsource to a larger agency, learn it yourself. Learn how to run Facebook ads. Get stuck in. And yes, you probably don't have the time, but you have to make the time because you can learn it, and that will allow you to learn the system, so when you do have the resources and the budget to hire a proper agency, you'll have that better conversation that I spoke about before. Those are just 3 things that really bother me about Facebook ad agencies. I could probably go on for more because the amount of clients that come to me and they've had a bad experience with Facebook ad agencies, I would probably argue 3/4 of the clients that we work with have had a bad experience with a Facebook ad agency before, which is not cool. Like that's just, like 3/4 is not a good number. Point 1, a lot of the time they don't know what they're doing, so make sure you get referrals. Point 2, they steal the data. Make sure if you're working with an agency that they're gonna run the ads from your account, because otherwise, I mean, that's not a good relationship to have with your agency. You want it to be a partnership, and if they're doing things to try and hold on to you as a client that isn't actual results, that's not a good way to have that relationship. And thirdly, make sure you're not going for the cheap agencies because you're not going to get the results and the support that you need. So those are just 3 things that bother me about Facebook ad agencies. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking to work with an ad agency, then feel free to reach out, drop a comment. I'm more than happy to help you find the right one. Be sure to like this video, be sure to share it with someone that needs to see it, drop a comment. Be sure to hit that bell button as well. It's my surname, it'll make me feel good. It'll also mean that you'll get to see any videos when they are released. And what's left to say? Have fun, be happy, and we'll see you in the next one.